Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
For the longest time, upgrading my G87 M2's exhaust felt like a never-ending battle. The first two systems I tried, they were a nightmare. Rattling, poor fit, and nowhere near what my M2 deserved. But now I've finally found the perfect match, the AWE Switch Path exhaust. This thing fits perfectly, sounds absolutely incredible, and looks even better. Let me take you through why this is the ultimate upgrade for any M2 owner who's serious about performance and style. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Oh yeah, it's exhaust day, and if you've been following this journey with me, we are on our third exhaust. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but today we are going to be rocking with the AWE Switch Path exhaust. So first and foremost, big shout out to these guys for sending the exhaust out. Like I said, I've tested a few out, so I have a good idea of what a solid exhaust should look like. Thank you. I have a good idea of what a solid exhaust should look like for this car. Now, I didn't want anything straight piped. I didn't do the track exhaust, which is basically just straight through, no muffler. I went with the switch path. So the tips here are polished, look really, really nice. I think they're gonna match the wheels quite well because I have the polished lips on there. Got our clamps. These utilize the factory valves, which is very important in my opinion when running this type of exhaust system. You don't want any rattles. So here is the rear section. We have the muffler, looks really, really nice. And then we go into this pipe stuff back here, the X, and then the front two pipes. And we will have to do a little bit of cutting on these per the measurements of AWE. Not a big problem, I'm used to that. I haven't made sure that these are in the correct orientation. I gotta look at their installation instructions and make sure they're flipped accordingly because some of them are very similar. Same thing with the X pipe, this might be upside down, but I'll figure it out. And then they also include these adapters right here if you aren't running this mid pipe section right here and you're keeping the factory resonator. So obviously everything is off of the car because I already had another exhaust on the car that did not fit appropriately for this car. I'm also running the Keys valve controller, which allows me to open the valves all of the way. So if you do not have a valve controller or anything like that on your car, the valves are actually not opening all the way. They're like 50% or something like that. So everything is already off the car, we're ready to go. Eventually I will be doing downpipes. I had some of you guys ask about that. I'm gonna be going with high flow catted downpipes. Not doing catless on this car. I think the S58s just don't sound good when you make them super loud like that. So I'm looking for something a little bit more reserved, but just like a little bit more noise, you know? And I think that honestly, from everything that I've heard online, this is going to be the one. You know, I've talked to people who have this exhaust system, which is the most important part. It fits really good, it looks good, and it sounds good. And that, for me, is everything that should embody a solid exhaust system for these cars. All right, so one thing I just love about the way they set this up, all of the pipes are labeled. So it literally just tells you like E54 is gonna be on your driver's side and then E55 on your passenger side, which is really nice. I already got that set up appropriately. And then it's got everything else listed for you with the full layout, so you know exactly where every single pipe goes. Now this is really critical. Like some exhaust companies do not include this, and it's just nice to have. All right, cutting instructions. This is gonna give you everything you need to know about cutting these exhausts to where you need them. So they literally have everything laid out for you. I mean, it's gonna be very difficult to mess this up. Driver's side cut point, 60 millimeters forward of the hanger, and passenger side, 108 millimeters behind the mounting bracket. Alright, so one thing I want to point out to you guys that I notice on a lot of exhaust systems is the tips never tighten the way they should, because they use traditional clamps on most tips and they'll just fall off. They get loose over time, they never clamp right. I want to show you this because this clamping system that they use, where it's literally just the pipe that comes out of the tip, but they use just a screw with a locking system down here, and then the nut clamps so much better onto the exhaust. This is the way to go. These are super, super tight. When you tighten them down, I won't have any issues with these. The tip fitment, you guys, is perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, you guys, we just wrapped up everything. Whoo, these tips, bro, looking nice. I am thoroughly impressed with the fitment of this exhaust. So let's go over a few things. The first part I want to talk about, this exhaust has so many adjustment points that you can really fine tune it and get it just right. Like, they even supply you with these little guys right here to make sure that when you get it locked in to where you want to be on the hangers, this little pinch lock tightens on the hanger to make sure the muffler doesn't move at all. So really good idea. Just makes everything much easier. But look at how good this looks. The tips are big, man, but they fit this car super well. I love the polish, like with the wheels. Oh, it just looks so nice. Everything is very good fitting on this exhaust system. So far, really happy. The happiest I've been with any of these exhausts. Take a look and see how everything looks from down below. I mean, it's just perfect, man. Just perfect. Really important to follow the instructions. They lead you through the entire process. With the cutting and adjusting, you really need to make sure that you're using all of the right parts and just setting it up properly, but this is solid. So we are keeping these cats up here, these secondaries. The primaries will be getting deleted, however. Well, I shouldn't say that. I am gonna do high flow catted downpipes, so it's going to increase the noise a little bit, but we'll also get a little more power out of it. And yeah, so there you guys go. I have to put on the center brace yet, haven't done that, but I eat lunch, throw on the center brace, and we're gonna be in good condition, man. Whew, can't wait to hear how this thing sounds. I cannot get over these tips though. These tips are just too nice. They look so good in the polished. it sounds really good, especially with these intakes. The Venturi mixed with the AWE, like what a symphony of awesome noise. You've got the induction, you've got that exhaust, and it just, man, it's a really, really nice blend. So, I don't know if you guys can hear the intakes. This sound crazy. So yeah, this exhaust, man, it sounds freaking awesome, man. It sounds so good. It's just the right blend of tone. It's not too loud, it's not too quiet. It's a little bit louder than the previous setup that I had on the car, which was honestly just like a little bit louder than factory, I would say. This one kind of bumps it up another notch, and it sounds freaking good, man. It's easy to make these cars sound bad. The S58, they got a lot of rasp in them, kind of similar to the S55, not as bad, but similar. And you gotta be careful, because the moment that you go catless or you just start making these cars too loud, they kind of sound thin, they sound gurgly, they sound raspy. You gotta be careful. So I'm on the mission to find the perfect tone, and I think that this is a really big step in the right direction. Now, the things that I'm really happy with about this exhaust, as you guys probably saw in the early part of the video, the fitment is literally perfect, man. Like, everything about this exhaust was designed, the R&D is they were spot on. It fits really, really good. All the pipes fit how they should. There's no rattles, there's no rubbing, there's no touching. The tips are perfect, dude. The tips are perfect. That was like one of the biggest things is, you know, some people, they make these exhaust systems and then the tips are like bowing out, or they're on angle, or they rattle, or they don't clamp right. These ones, man, could not be more happy about the outcome with that. So for everything from sound, fitment, I think the price point is really fair, you guys. These exhausts are made in America, so that's also nice, you know, support American-made companies. And yeah, man, I'm just all around really, really happy with it. You guys heard all of the sound clips in the video. You tell me what you think, man. You guys like the way it sounds? I think it has a really good tone. It's not too loud, it's not too quiet. I think for someone, if you're a little bit older and you're not looking for that like hot boy setup, and you don't want to have to go down the road of deleting your secondaries or primaries, and you want like a good EPA compliant exhaust system, then this is going to be the one, dude. There's no messing around with things to make it work. You don't have to like heat up and stretch, you know, valve springs to to make it not rattle. This thing, you bolt it up and it doesn't rattle, and it fits well, and it sounds good right out of the box, just like any exhaust should if you are spending a lot of money. In my opinion, we shouldn't have to take products and manipulate them from the people who sell them to us just to make them work on our cars. Sometimes, you know, that's the world of aftermarket, but when it comes to exhaust systems, this isn't, you know, it's not rocket science. Like, you know, you do the right R&D, you build a quality exhaust, you make it fit good, you make it sound good, and you know, let's make sure there are no rattles, guys. And ultimately, if you can get that accomplished, then you're gonna have a great exhaust system, and that's what these guys did here. So. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Again, a huge shout out to everybody over at AWE, specifically Sarah, who is my rep over there, who helped me out with everything. If you guys are looking for the perfect G87, G80, or G82 exhaust system, I highly recommend the Switch Path AWE exhaust system. This thing fits absolutely perfectly. I mean, come on, just look at this shot. You got the tips, the wheel. This just looks so good on this car, man. Cannot go wrong with this setup. Totally happy with this this tip placement too. I know you guys just hear me talking about it, but you don't realize how important good tips are until you have bad tips. And these tips are perfect. So you guys tell me what you think down below. Are you a fan of it? Do you think it sounds good? Do you think it looks good? Are you gonna go for the AWE on your next build? If so, hit the link in the description, you guys. It'll set you up with the AWE exhaust system. I appreciate all of you for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.